Hi, my name is Gina Lee, and you're watching The Bee Shine. Growing up, what I remember is I watched a lot of hip hop. I mean, obviously I sing R&B, well, a mixture of R&B with hip hop influence because, you know, the Biggie Smalls and the Tupacs and all of Bad Boy, the Timbalands and the Missies, that's really the sound that I more so gravitated to, the Busta Rhymes. So my music definitely is heavily influenced by hip hop, but obviously still having the R&B vocals. I was first introduced to hip hop, I would say by the age of 6. I mean, when I really started performing and knew I wanted to act and sing. So I'm from Canada, so we had Much Music. So like Much Music, they would always obviously play the videos. So I would always record them, all the music videos, and then just watch them later on. But a specific standout moment, I don't think I have one. I was just 24/7 trying to rap. My mom had taken me to, we begged her, me and my cousins, we had begged her to take us to an open call audition for The Lion King. And I didn't even know I wanted to act, and it was an open call, so you can imagine there was thousands and thousands of other kids. I ended up going after 11 auditions. I landed the role, which I didn't expect. I landed the role of Nala in The Lion King, and so I was on Broadway at the age of 12. But I loved it, and that's when I realized, okay, I want to do this for real, just entertainment, period. Obviously, I have eventually ventured off into the recording side of things, but I always knew the stages where I wanted to be. After that, obviously, I was more on the acting side, but it wasn't until later on, which is just a few years ago, when I really took the recording side of things really seriously. And back in Toronto, I had started working with my producer, Nice, and we had developed a sound, and obviously with his relationships, we were on, mainstream radio back in Toronto. We shot music videos, and I was like, okay, if I really want to do this, obviously America's where it's at. So I decided to just pack up all my stuff and come here and devote 24/7 to this music. And that's really when I started to see the success, because when you put your all into it and you're persistent and passionate about something, you're bound to hit something. Yeah. With my mom and me being the oldest sibling, and I was always working and had a good job, and I had a great job before I quit it to come here. So I was met with a little bit of resistance, and it's been tough. But, when you know what you want to do, you just got to keep going. So it wasn't the happiest moment or the most peaceful. But what I like most about being an artist, at least for me, because I try to be very honest and my music is based on my experiences. So for me, it's liberating because whatever it is that I feel or things that I go through, and because I love music, if that's my way of channeling, that's my way of kind of venting or just getting it out there. And then that's what I love most about it, is that you get to just pour it all out into the record. I actually didn't hit the stage for my first performance here in New York until March, and that was in SOBs, and I was opening up for Justine Skye. And so obviously, in SOBs being my first performance, I was like, obviously New York, you always get the whole thing about, you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. And there's some tough crowds out here. So I was very nervous. But then the reception that I got from the audience was beyond words. Like, it was amazing. That to me was a moment that I'll never forget. Like, the encouragement that I got, the crowd interaction was just amazing. So I'll never forget that performance. The more people your music reaches, you're going to definitely be met with some criticism if you really go and talk about some controversial stuff. But I'm happy to say that I can channel maybe a different side of me that I might not be able to do just on a day-to-day basis. So, you can call it an alter ego if you want, but I love that part about it, that I can definitely kind of turn a different side of me on that I might not do on just a regular interaction. I'm in this really to become a legend. I honestly want people to look back and say, you know what? She did her thing. I'll never forget her music. I'll never forget her. I want to go down as being a legend. So I'm going to keep working my butt off until I get there. That's what I want. I want my music to just live on decades from now.